If there's a guest in my body capable of aiding my defenses and metabolism, but also holds the power to seriously harm the health of my organs, it's Candida. When this fungus gets out of control and begins to proliferate in my body, it can lead to infections in the skin, mouth, intestines, and even invade vital organs like the heart and brain. So I'm going to explain what causes the growth of this fungus, who should pay special attention, and how we can naturally halt its progress. Today, I share with you how to eliminate Candida naturally. Candida is a fungus that normally lives in our body, especially in our mouth, intestines, and private parts. Like most microorganisms in our body, Candida performs important functions for us, such as helping us better absorb certain nutrients and keeping many harmful microorganisms at bay. The problem arises when, for various reasons that we will see, this fungus gets out of control and starts to grow too much, breaking the harmony in which it usually lives with other bacteria and fungi in our body, the cluster of microorganisms known as our microbiota or flora. So, this overgrowth of Candida will initially cause us problems like abdominal pain or fatigue if it's limited to our digestive system. But if it spreads throughout my body, it can affect vital organs like the heart or brain, putting my health at risk. Today, we will see what symptoms should alert me to an overgrowth of Candida, what may be causing it, and then I'll tell you about several natural measures to eliminate the excess of this fungus from our body and thus avoid a possible infection. The first symptom I can experience, especially if the excessive growth of this fungus occurs in my mouth, are white, cottony lesions on my tongue and palate, along with a feeling of dryness and difficulty swallowing. At this point, it's common to notice a change in the taste of foods. Then, we have skin candidiasis, which will cause redness and itching, especially in folds like the groin, under the breasts, or in the armpits, and we might also notice that our nails become yellowish, dry and brittle. There's also genital candidiasis, where I will suffer irritation and itching in the area, and in women, it's common to experience changes in discharge, which becomes thicker and whitish in color. And then there are urinary infections caused by this fungus, characterized by a burning sensation when urinating and the need to go to the bathroom frequently. Now, how does an excess of Candida appear? First, we have the use of antibiotics. Antibiotics are very useful for killing harmful bacteria in our body, but when they do this, they also eliminate beneficial bacteria that keep this microorganism in check, leading to excessive growth of Candida and, if I don't remedy it, an infection. It's very common to experience candidiasis when undergoing prolonged antibiotic treatment. So if antibiotics are prescribed for any type of infection, it's a good idea to use the measures we'll see in this video to prevent the appearance of this frequent fungus. Second, there's stress. Suffering chronic stress will weaken our immune system, making our body more susceptible to infections, including candidiasis. The release of cortisol, the stress hormone, directly damages our immune system and creates an ideal environment for Candida growth. Third, there's diet. We know that a diet high in sugars and carbohydrates contributes to excessive growth of Candida, as sugars are precisely what this fungus feeds on to thrive in our body. So, eliminating these sugars from my diet, including refined flours that have a lot of starch and in essence, sugar, will make a difference. Additionally, foods with mold or yeast, like cheeses, bread, or beer, will also favor the appearance of Candida, as they will act together with the sugar, creating an ideal environment for excessive growth of this fungus in my body. Fourth, we have various situations that in themselves weaken our immune system, like diabetes or cancer. People with weakened immune systems are more prone to developing fungal infections. Not only that, but people with type 2 diabetes have higher blood sugar levels, which will feed the Candida, giving it more strength to multiply. So, if I find myself in one of these situations, it will be even more important for me to focus on controlling my levels of this fungus, as my body will be more vulnerable to severe Candida infections. So, there are a number of natural measures that have scientifically proven to help us prevent the spread of Candida in our body. First, there's garlic. Garlic has been used for centuries in various cultures as a natural remedy to treat infections, especially fungal infections. And this is something science has confirmed over time. Allicin, the star compound of garlic, a sulfur-containing substance that appears when we cut, crush, and mash garlic, has been shown in many studies to be effective in weakening and eradicating Candida. So, we can consume raw garlic or in the form of garlic extract capsules, especially to achieve effects in our digestive system. And there's also topical application, rubbing crushed garlic directly on the affected area. Second, we have probiotics. Any food that provides us with beneficial bacteria and restores the balance of our healthy microorganisms will be effective in eliminating any excess Candida. For this, we have foods like sauerkraut and kimchi, which are excellent sources of probiotics, and there are also probiotic capsules that will be especially useful if I have been prescribed antibiotic treatment, as they will minimize the damage these drugs will do to my intestinal flora. Since I'm going to take antibiotics that will damage part of my flora, I take advantage of the situation in my favor and repopulate my microbiota with bacteria that I really want to have, which will not only help me keep Candida away, but also provide many other health benefits. Third, we have oregano oil. If there's a natural liquid that's going to be effective against Candidiasis, it's oregano oil. This oil has been shown in many studies to be very effective against fungi, something owed to its star compounds, carvacrol and thymol, which will be especially useful topically on our skin. Now, it's important for me to know if I'm going to use oregano essential oil. It will be crucial to dilute it in another oil like olive oil beforehand to avoid irritating the skin. Fourth, we have apple cider vinegar, a home remedy that is effective in inhibiting the growth of Candida albicans and other similar strains due to its acetic acid content, which has been shown to be a potent antifungal. And to consume it, we're going to dilute 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in a glass of water, about 250 ml, and take it before meals. This measure will not only help me keep Candida at bay, but also be effective in reducing blood sugar spikes that occur with meals. On the other hand, we have topical application, so we can also dilute the apple cider vinegar in water and apply it to the affected area with a cotton ball. And if I frequently suffer from candidiasis in the private parts, sitz baths will be a good option, as adding a few cups of apple cider vinegar to a warm water bath has been shown to help reduce the frequency of vulvovaginal candidiasis. Fifth, we have chamomile water. This plant, in addition to its relaxing and digestive benefits, also has antifungal properties that make it an interesting natural option to combat candidiasis. It is used as an infusion with a dose of 1 or 2 cups a day, or in sitz baths like apple cider vinegar. Sixth, we have anti-candida measures, which consist of seeking an environment in which this fungus has difficulty multiplying. These measures include a low-sugar diet, as sugars and simple carbohydrates will serve as food for this fungus. So, it's convenient to opt for a diet rich in proteins, healthy fats and vegetables, and low in processed foods and sugary drinks. On the other hand, we have personal hygiene, especially in warm and humid areas like the genitals, under the breasts, or the armpits. It's advisable to wash these areas well every day with water and a mild soap that doesn't alter the pH of our skin. And dry these folds completely afterward, as Candida needs a moist environment to proliferate and cause an infection. And of course, the main thing to prevent a fungal infection is to use antibiotics responsibly, under medical prescription, without self-medicating. We must remember that we have trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms in our body, coexisting with us and helping us every day to have better health, and all they ask in return is that we treat them delicately and take care of them. Now, if I already have symptoms of candidiasis, that is, I see those whitish spots in my mouth, or I have signs on my skin of having an infection, especially if it's in folds like armpits, groin, or under the breasts, I should consult with my doctor so they can prescribe an antifungal treatment, either in cream or pill form, as this will be the only definitive treatment if I have already developed a Candida infection. As you can see, all the measures that have proven effective in combating Candida, such as a sugar-free diet, smart use of antibiotics, or stress management, are also very healthy and will provide benefits at other levels of my health.